If you wish to be your own person, to have your own ego, then don't give in to what others call normal.
This is Monarch. I heard this game is pretty high up in the PlayStation Store as a demo. It's not higher than, let's say, Fortnite or something like Honkai Star or Honkai Rail Star. So, or Star Rail. I keep getting that wrong. So yeah, but it's very high. I think Warframe is like 4.36 now. I believe this might be 4.32 or 34. So it's very high. So I want to see what all the jazz about this game is about. If it's good, if it's something that's worth its value price. So most of everything that's going to be done this month is solely going to be demos and Devil May Cry and Warframe. And of course, by the end of the month, there's going to be like anime, because the last month was all about manga, so it's going to be anime. But yeah, trying to get the demos out within the first 2 weeks of August, and then second 2 weeks just going to be focused on anime. But yeah, there's two of them. There's this one and Visions of Mana. So those will be the last two demos for this month. And I'll see what this is about. I checked out Honkai Star Rail already. And now for the month of August, there's just two more remaining. And that's Visions of Mana and this one. So I heard all three of them are good. But based on Honkai, Star Rail, kind of disappointed with regards to that, even though I know it's probably based on its intro and its first presentation. It wasn't great to the level I was expecting, but as you play that game, it becomes great. So its intro demo isn't that great, but the game itself is great. So here's another one, and I'll see if this intro demo is great, and then as you keep playing it, it becomes even greater, or does it fall flat? So who knows? I'll check this out. I like everything that's different. If another game is just like another game, then it's bad. So let me just go ahead with this.
Only you can defend your will and desires, your beliefs and morals. Because in this unjust world formed of incomplete thoughts, your ego is what makes you who you are. Should the world deny your ego and refuse to accept it, then prove to the world that you live by your own rules.
Are you awake? Then show me. Show me your ego.
Get ready!
up.
Here I go. Counterattack.
I won't give up.
World grows empty.
Disc. Another failure. What a shame. The world truly is a cruel and irrational place. Well, Mr. New Student, your name, if you would? I see. How terribly charming. That's a wonderful name. Welcome to Shin Mikado Academy. I am Yoru, otherwise known as your dean. Now, you can let your guard down. I just wanted to chat is all. Especially with someone as extraordinary as you. I'm going to ask you a few questions. They'll pertain to your ego, and the 7 desires that make up your will. What does school life mean to you? Well, you only live once. How about in class? Do you studiously take notes during lectures? Your teacher lauds the teacher's pet despite their bad grades. What do you think of this? It seems like your friend is about to mess something up. What do you do? You're standing in line for, let's say ramen. Someone cuts in front of you, but you've been waiting for ages. What do? You need money to fulfill your goals, but you're flat broke. What do you do?
This is kind of dumb. Like, both options are terrible. Giving up means you're no longer doing your goals, which means you're just going to be another cannon fodder like everybody in society. And going into depths means that you're going towards your goals, but you now have to owe someone something in life in order to get there. Because the word debt is never a good thing. It's actually a bad thing. When people say, well, as long as you're paying it off, it's fine. Sure, but it's still in debt to someone else. That's why the word was created. You're in debt to them. You owe them something for them to help you. People who has to owe something to someone to help another because they can't cut it on their own are people who have no alternative. Are you telling me in this situation there's no third option? There's always a third option. Both of these are bad. But giving up is complete failure. Debt you could somewhat get out of in time, but giving up is just you fucking off and say, I'll accept a different job and live my life. I'll be able to survive. I don't owe anyone. But I'll never be able to achieve my goals. You're like those lamos who become like city workers, but their dreams were to be doctors or astronauts, so they accept the secondaries. I'd rather take the debt than to give up completely.
On your phone? Or your desktop, maybe?
What in the world type of game is this? First they're asking me about debt and giving up in life. Now it's asking me about watching porn. Who hasn't looked at naughty pictures on their phone when they were a teenager? If that person has never done so, then that person is really not a teen, and is kind of a weirdo. Maybe Jodie Foster. I think Jodie Foster might have been that type of person, a straight shooter. But not everybody can be Jodie Foster. I believe 98, 99.9% of people in Hollywood can never be like Jodie Foster. She's like preppy.
I appreciate the honesty. Okay, let's say you're at a buffet. How do you decide what to eat? A situation has already been settled, but someone insists on disagreeing. How do you respond?
I'm gonna respond by saying, who the fuck thought about this to put inside of a game? 15 questions? Game's already pissing me off. Asking me all these questions about high school. Alright, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe this has to be what help me out in the future of this game.
Someone you hate is loved by everyone around you. What do you think about that? You're forced to take on a leadership role. How do you make your decisions? Would you say you've ever truly loved someone? If you had extra free time and money, how would you spend it? What would you do if someone started spreading baseless rumors about you? Is there someone or something you care for with every fiber of your being?
Interesting. It kinda asked the same question twice, but in a different way. This is like some shit you would do when you're going for a job or doing a survey. That means this has to be very important with regards to social media in this game or the story of this game. Otherwise, what's the point in asking questions like this in a video game?
Choose one of these sets of words, would you?
These are all bitch words. Like, who made this game? These are all bitch words. Release, propel, explode. This is like telling you to go kill yourself or something. Contrast. Spit. Contempt. It's like be a recluse and lock yourself in a room and be only one way. And this one is basically be a douchebag and take everything from everyone so you could grow personally. And this one is, oh, I love everyone and everything is nice and I'll help everyone out in the world. It's all about fate and unity, baby. Living in your own little world, thinking that that's reality. Every one of these people are bitches. This is the most positive one. But that's basically living a lie that you know is not true. And this one is basically being selfish, you know, thinking only about yourself. And this one is like being a recluse, and this one is just exploding on everybody. Or bouncing off others in order to further yourself. So this and this kind of feels the same. But the only one that makes logical sense is to collect, assimilate, and grow. Because as standards, animals do this as well. They collect things, they assimilate their surroundings, and they grow and adapting to their surroundings. So this is the most human one, and mammal one, and nature one amongst all the others. Which is the gray area, which is boring as shit. But the love, peace and love is as corny as hell. And to propel, explode, and release, that's like you're asking for doom. Contrast, to have spite and contempt. Like what the hell? All of these are bad. So I have no choice but to pick the one that's somewhat good. Where's contrast? Where's contrast, assimilate, and grow? Whereas contrast is the opposite of assimilation. It's just going in one way to an intensity. And assimilation is more like collecting everything and grow. So there's a bit of combination of both in order to propel yourself forward. And propel as well. So it should really be propel, contrast, and assimilate. I wonder if that's directly intended. They have each one aspects of each other. Man, this is boring as shit. What love, unity, and faith. Faith in one's friends, unity in one's combat skills, and love of others is the best way to go. So it's the most obvious one. It's a positive, it's a win, and it's not boring as shit being right in the center. And of course, you could grow slowly in this, where you grow selfishly and faster in this, but you have others around you as support, whereas this is more by yourself. So I might as well pick the corny one, because all of the others are lame as hell. And I don't like being in the gray area, even though I believe growing is very powerful.
Your desire for lust surpasses all others. You long to both love and be loved.
Huh? That's the opposite of me. Like, I don't long to be loved. I actually don't like attention. Well, let me think about it. Do I really like attention? No. If I was to become famous, would I really want attention? I want my work to get the attention, not me myself. I want my work to live on for all times, as much as the stars exist, but not myself. No. So you is different from the thing you're trying to accomplish. Yeah, can I go back?
You value your relationships with others more than anything else in life.
Not really.
So you're more influenced by your feelings, motivations, and connections with people. I'll bet your emotions vary depending on who's around.
Not really. You see what I'm saying? This thing is kind of lame. Because I was screwed from the beginning. If I picked the gray area, then I'll be like a douchebag that only think about myself.
Your desires are quite strong indeed. You have a firm sense of self and a stable ego.
Of course.
Something about you seems unbalanced, though.
No shit. It's your questioning, that's what's
None
unbalanced.
of your desires should be neglected, you know? Without desires, your ego can't grow. Without an ego, you're no different from a doll. So be frank with what you want as you attend this academy, and live how you see fit.
I already know what my desires are. I already know where I was going to go, but whoever made this game and set up this test kind of don't understand humanity. I would say the person who designed this game or who did the psychological part of this part of the exam don't understand complexity of human behaviors. So let's say, for instance, a site guy was called in to do this. I would say that site guy is poor at his job because he assumes he understands the logic of what it is a person is from what it is a person desires. You have to realize what a person wants to see for themselves in the future might not be 100% tied to themselves. Sometimes it could be a separate entity from who they are as a person. A good example would be Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves doesn't like to be in the limelight, but he liked people to see his characters as over the top and bombastic and great and universally acclaimed. And he liked that people love this character so much that they're willing to adorn the character and thus bring that love to him. But he shies away from that love and runs away from it and stay humble and stay out of the limelight and stay out of the spotlight because that's not him. So whoever did this, I don't think they know shit.
Thank you. I understand you so terribly well now.
You don't understand anything.
This much. It's
Yeah,
nice.
I would say this
Going
part
to
of
the
this
academy
demo
may
is
be tough,
dumb.
But I know you'll be able to adapt to it right away.
Yeah, I say this part of the demo is kind of
Let's
dumb.
speak again if our paths cross. And remember, I'm expecting great things from you.
Yeah, this part of this demo is dumb, and the only thing that makes sense for the reason why this part of the demo is dumb is because the people who made this game are foreigners, and foreigners who made this game probably assume that everyone's culture from around the world, us as human beings, are all the same. The human part of human beings are all the same, but the culture and how we grew up greatly influence our behavior as we mature. So whatever this person think that they know, they really don't know anything. They know probably half, but not everything.
Ta-ta.
Like everyone wants to be loved and all that, but not to the point that they need every single person to pointing towards them. That's kind of like a psychotic kind of thing. Like secretly you're a dictator on the inside. And if that's the truth, then that means every single person are secretly psychopaths on the inside.
You're okay. You're really okay. Thank goodness. You okay? Can you stand?
The mist is too thick. Let's move.
Mist.
Where
So
are you going? We have to follow them.
So this is starting to feel like more like a Persona variant game. So if this goes down the Persona route, then yeah, I wouldn't recommend this game. Because we already have Persona. There is no need to have a variant of Persona unless Persona type games are the only games you play. If Persona type games are the only game you play, then this is perfect. But if it's not, then no.
Stop. Hold up. I'm beat. I think I'm actually dying. Can't go on.
You're out of breath already? We barely moved. You really should exercise more often, Dr. Kakeru.
Who's got the time? I'm a weak old man. You trying to kill me? Nozama, was it?
It's Nozomi Hinata. You work here. The least you can do is remember the students' names.
Hey, I'm a doctor, not a teacher. Besides, I'm more used to calling you Prez anyway.
So much has happened. I couldn't find you for a week. You have no idea how worried I was. I'm so glad you're okay, though.
When we heard a student collapsed on the second floor, I never imagined it'd be your brother, Chio.
The second-year building is connected to this one. Maybe he came from over there.
Hey, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? That's not very funny. This is no time to be joking, you know.
Wait, you really can't remember?
Huh?
What's your name? You remember that much at least, right?
Wait, Chio, I thought your last name was Aikawa.
Well, our family isn't exactly a traditional one.
Ah, I see.
Can you remember anything besides your name? Family, friends, anything about the school? Anything at all?
No.
I'll bet whatever made him collapse is also the cause of his amnesia.
Well, the mist does tend to drive people crazy.
We don't know much about it. It's bad for people with weak respiratory systems, though. Like Chico here.
My name is Chio.
But despite all that, your little sis came all the way here to see you. She wouldn't take no for an answer. You understand what I mean? Man, you forget your manners too?
You're the last person I want to hear chastising people over their manners, Dr. Kakeru.
The least you could do is thank her.
Don't worry about it. I'm just glad you're okay. Welcome back.
Well, we've had our little breather. Let's move. We should hurry on out of here.
There's no mist on the first floor. It'll be safer there.
A phone call? But we've had no service this entire time.
Who could possibly be calling right now?
Maybe it's someone from the outside. Maybe they'll be able to help us.
Wait!
Hello? What's that sound? My head hurts.
Everyone, stay close!
Where are we? Chio! Dr. Kakeru, is Chio all right?
Don't worry, she's just unconscious. What about the rest of you? Everyone all right?
Huh? What the?
Look out! Run! I'll be fine!
And leave you behind? Not a chance. I'm staying right here with you.
Don't be stupid! You're just gonna get us all killed!
I don't care. I'm not going to let you sacrifice yourself.
Shit!
Watch out! What now?
Fruitless facade. False, fretful, and failing. Funny and fragile. Quite the formation. Tremble in delight. I am the abyss. I am one and I am all. The world and the self, ephemeral, eternal. And so too do I hold your destiny. Wait! Unhand me, you uncouth, unkind underling! The impudence instantly interrupting my interlude. Hurtful heathen! Deranged devil! Sadistic! Sadist? You may refer to me as Vanitas. Prove your power to your pursuers. These dastardly dissidents are demons, lackeys of their lowest level, legions. But even the lowliest legion would leave a lack-witted lug like you lifeless. I, however, possess a plethora of power. Prostrate before me and pray I spare you. Show me the delightful sight of your struggle to survive this plight, and I just might. Hey! Have you heard even one single word I've said? Go at them unarmed and you're as good as dead. You are utterly deranged. Can't you just let me give you my cryptic, mystical spiel? A facade with no memories within expectation, but no manners or sense of self-preservation? Enough! Dealing with you is giving me a headache. I cannot lend you strength, but I can still assist. After all, fate is static. It'll always persist. That is an Imagigear, your soul made manifest. You'll need it in the other world to make it through the rest. The power of vanity is yours for the taking. A reflection of your ego, a fiend of your making. Now go and kill those things already.
So I don't understand the logic of this game whatsoever at all. First he popped up in this place. He was given a sword, or he found a sword, but he wasn't using his soul in conjunction with the sword, so he got killed. And then he reappeared in the school, and then finds himself back here again. And this time he has his soul as a weapon, the correct way this time, but it's given to him by some floating stuffed animal who wasn't going to give it to him, but because he ignored the stuffed animal voluntarily gave it to him. Like, he had to have known that he's been here before. Or is it due to his amnesia is the reason why he completely forgot he was here before? So this time he went ahead, being the fact that he didn't realize the first time he did it, he died. So the stuff, I'm trying to figure this, what the hell does the stuffed animal represent? Like, a person that saw him died here before, or why is the stuffed animal here to begin with? Why didn't he just come here the last time just like he did before? Why wasn't the stuffed animal there the first time? If the stuffed animal is part of the tutorial, why didn't it happen the first time? Why did he have to die, go to this location, then come back the second time? Just to have it initialized. Doesn't really make sense.
Get ready. Tempting. Here I go. Tempting. Get ready. Quell the irrational. Tempting.
I will succeed.
Get ready. Resonate. Tempting. Activate.
I will succeed.
Counterattack. Here I go. Tempting. Yeah.
I'll kill you.
Sleep well.
It's an interesting turn-based game because it's like playing chess or checkers. you have to make moves moving forward, and then you can move backward as well, depending on your battle strategy. So the battle strategy here was to make sure your main character stays out of harm's way. I could have done a secondary lunge of flame and kill him straight out to get like a B or an A, but I wanted to see what was going to happen. It's weird that the last one was the one that's initiated more than everything, because I'm pretty sure I answer all those things truthfully. Like, if I go to school to study more than anything else, this is true. So I think that's the one that made the whole lust thing increased, because I didn't pick studying. I picked to live my life as a youth instead of study, which I didn't do in high school. If I remember clearly, I did mostly studies, and then I chilled afterwards, and then did nothing else. So I didn't just chill and do nothing in school. I mostly did all my classes, homework, and so on and so forth, according to the rules. But once the school was over, I didn't give a shit about any of that stuff. So this whole setup thing is kind of bad for this game. Like, there are more questions that needed to be asked. So
Wow.
it feels about average as a demo. It doesn't really make sense.
Where are your calls, your cheering cries? Return to your world now. Go! Claim your prize. I don't take orders from you. With that, farewell and adieu. Bring your ego and power to bear against the irrational and unfair.
The best part about this game is the animation, from what I could see. Its whole game mechanics is not really better than Persona, so. But you could tell that it was trying to be like Persona, but be its own thing at the same time, so. It feels cool, but something feels very off. That's how you do an opening.
Act 1.
That is how you do an opening.
Blindfold savior.
This is the academy? We made it back. Is everyone all right?
Perfectly fine. Just a little bruised.
totally fine. What are you so worried about?
You've been unconscious ever since you answered that weird phone call.
I'll take Chio to the infirmary. You two go on down for now, okay?
All right. Let's get going then. We can talk about the other world later on.
And what were you doing on the second floor, former Student Council President Hinata?
Hello, Kurama.
I thought I declared any areas overrun with mist off limits. I await your explanation. You there, do not interrupt me. Or do you truly have no idea who I am? Then allow me to debrief you. After the mist, barrier, and other anomalies appeared, the last student council tried to dispel the chaos with the faculty. And yet, said chaos has only increased. It was then that a savior appeared to quell the unrest, rallying the students with his overwhelming charisma. That savior is none other than I.
President Kurama Hitotsubashi.
Hinata was relieved of her duties, and at the behest of all, I took on the mantle of Student Council President. So what say you, Hinata? How does it feel to see how much more capable I am in comparison?
It's true. I was inadequate for the demands of the office.
I commend you on acknowledging your inferiority. Now, why did you enter the mist?
Well...
He collapsed within the mist, so you ventured in to save him. And this was with Dr. Kakeru Hasegawa and Chio Aikawa?
Yes.
I see. So you placed both the Academy's doctor and a middle school student in peril. Your foolishness astounds me. You should have come to me. As your student council president, I would have rescued him in a safer manner. You may no longer hold the position yourself, but you still set a poor example by behaving this way. I believe some discipline is in order. What say the rest of you?
Agreed.
Pardon the interruption. But would you mind if I borrowed this young man and Miss Hinata? We have urgent matters to discuss.
Well, well. If it isn't Ms. Sora Jingu, our beloved dean.
Yes, that is my name. Is something the matter?
You! Did I not warn you about interrupting me? Dean Jingu, we must consider impeaching Hinata for violating Academy regulations.
Oh, I love this dude. This dude is perfect. This is perfect. All he needs is a white horse. All he needs is a white horse.
Impeaching?
Of course, it truly breaks my heart to punish one of my peers, but order must be maintained in our academy.
No further action will be required at this time, Mr. Hitotsubashi. Thanks to you, of course. And not just from me. The rest of the faculty and student body are all very grateful to you. I'd hate to see you suffer from the guilt of punishing your peers, even if it was done out of responsibility. Surely it'd be fine to let it go this once.
As you wish, I'll leave it at that. We wouldn't want my judgment clouded by grief, after all. Come along, everyone, to the student council room.
Yes, sir.
Remember, Hinata, there won't be a next time.
This dude is the epitome of the white horse.
Well, that takes care of the rank and file. Why don't we have a chat in that empty classroom?
That whole biblical thing about he rode in on a white horse. Yeah, like physical form, the whole 9 yards. Man, oh man. Something must have really happened in the school that got real bad that a dude like that was given the position of authority, or he took the position of authority as the student council president above everyone else. Like, things must have really got bad that they started to, I guess students started to appoint whoever they thought could be future king / dictator. It's hilarious. This guy is like the epitome of over-the-top bad guy.
I see. So you were dragged into the other world after answering a phone call in the mist. There's just one thing I need to know. How exactly did you...
How did they flee the other world and make it back to here? Is that the question you seek to ask, O woeful overseer?
Vanitas?
A demon? No. A monarch? How did you get into this academy?
I am the answer for which you strive. Vanitas, the being who helped them survive.
A demon? Helping? So that's how it is. Did you make a pact with a demon in exchange for power? An authority, so to speak. And what did you wish for?
Beset by the legions with nothing to give. No wonder he asked for the power to live.
So you weren't actively seeking to become a pact bearer. I sense that someone managed to return from being drawn into the other worlds, but this, I never imagined. To think a new pact bearer would emerge as a result. If I may ask, what sort of authority did you receive?
I still don't understand this, because he first went into that world, he got killed, and then he ended up going back into the world again. And kind of having the feeling of deja vu, he then decided to wait for the power to be bestowed upon him, knowing the fact that he might die and he needs to survive. So it's kind of weird what's going on. It doesn't really make sense.
I've never heard of that. Perhaps it's an aberration of some sort.
You're surprisingly knowledgeable about all this demon and otherworld stuff, Miss Sora.
That I am. But extenuating circumstances prevented me from talking about them before. These secrets are normally reserved for the head of the Jingu family, as is the position of Academy Dean. However, seeing as you already know, there's no point in hiding things any further. I'll answer any questions you have. There is a metaphysical plane that exists separately from the physical world, ascertainable only via cognition alone. That is the realm you visited, the other world.
Yes, but how does that world came into being? That's what I want to know. There is a other world in the game. He got sucked in this other world, killed in it. All of a sudden, a kraken was to show up within the oceans of the Pacific. How did the kraken show up in the oceans of the Pacific? How did it manage to survive for centuries in order to be in the oceans of the Pacific? Where did it come from within the oceans of the Pacific? And why now all of a sudden did the kraken pop up within the oceans of the Pacific? So who, what, where, when, how, why? All important things. It just being there isn't enough. It has to be a reason for its logic. And how did it came into being? How does a kraken come into being a kraken? Is it through evolution and then a part of the octopus species separated? One became ridiculously big, the other just became squids and octopi, while others turn into huge, gigantic octopus to the deformation of their bodies that they start to look like not octopus but like beast called kraken. And if that is the case, there have to be a definition for it. There have to be a clear path towards the kraken. If they just pop up because krakens used to be part of myth, and we're now confirmed that krakens exist because we've seen them, so the myths weren't just myths. But if the myths weren't just myths and they were true, then there have to be a connection toward the true thing, because it has to be connected to something brought this thing into existence, or it was created through evolution. So just there being another world isn't good enough. Like, oh, there's this other world. Something has to create that other world, or it had to have been there the whole time, and they need to be explained. Just saying it's another world isn't good enough. Not sure.
Demons are supernatural beings that live in the other world. They feed off the egos of humans.
So my internet is starting to act up, so I might try to speak less and do more.
There are 7 demons known as monarchs, 1 for each sin. As progenitors of lesser demons, they are of the highest order. If they make a pact with someone, they are then able to provide their pact bearer with an authority. In order to make a pact, one must have a cause, a strong ego, the ability to perceive the other world, and a wish. But vanity is an aberration. It isn't one of the deadly sins. Your pact with that monarch was incidental at best.
What is she talking about? I thought I had lust as more than all the others. Isn't that one of the deadly sins?
Goal. Curing an incurable illness, for example. Reality can't be changed no matter how hard you wish. But if someone learned that the power to overturn reality existed, would they be able to resist temptation? Even if such power came from demons and gave rise to widespread distortions.
I see. I see. Maybe that's the choice that I should have made, because I actually wanted to select studying in school. Maybe I missed that and it turned into lust, but originally it was supposed to be vanity. And vanity isn't part of the 7 deadly sins. So maybe it was supposed to be vanity all along.
Powers from the other world are against the natural order. Continued usage of them will cause our world to distort. The mist, the barrier around the academy, the calls from the other world, all are byproducts of a pact bearer's authority. So please, unless the situation demands it, I ask that you avoid using your authority on campus. The Jingu family has maintained balance in the world ever since the Academy's founder discovered the existence of demons. We've attempted to prevent the emergence of new pact bearers at any cost. And yet they've appeared regardless. We are currently aware of at least 7 others. Voiding their pacts is the only way to put a stop to these anomalies and restore normality. Might I ask you to use your powers for the welfare of our academy? I believe a pact bearer of your circumstances would be perfect for this task. Please, bear with me. Your compliance would be appreciated. You have my thanks. Now then. Would you prefer a detailed explanation on how to void the pacts, or will the gist of things suffice? While exploring the mist in the Academy, you will receive calls that connect you to the other world. There, you will find crystals known as ideals. Shatter them, and it will render the pact bearers powerless. Though it pains me to ask this of a student, the fate of our academy is in your hands.
Good luck.
Mr. Vanitas, I would appreciate if you concealed yourself around any students who are unaware of the situation. Your appearance would cause a great deal of panic, to put things lightly.
I'm here for the boy, so don't worry your head. My only concern is what road he will tread.
I'll take that to mean you intend to behave. These are reference materials about demons, pact bearers, and the other world. Give them a read when you get the chance. I'll be taking my leave now.
The chaos never ends, does it? Oh, right. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Nozomi Hinata. I'm a 3rd year here at the Academy. Nice to properly meet you. Thank you for your help in the other world. You're the reason we were able to make it back safely.
When you defeated the Legion Horde, you earned some spirits as a reward. You can use them to upgrade your power's effects, or for items to use in your otherworld treks. Speak to me should you ever seek to spend your spirits.
Hey, if you're going to travel through the mist and fight the Pact Bearers, would you mind if I came along? I can't fight like you do, but I might be able to help in some other way. I just don't want you to carry this burden all on your own. Thank you. The mist is spreading upward through the second floor of the building. Why don't we head to the infirmary first? We should explain things to Chio and Dr. Kakeru.
Ah, you made it.
I was just talking things over with these two.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault for answering that call.
Chio, I've decided I'm going to help your brother out. I want to do whatever I can.
Thanks, Nozomi. I'll feel better knowing you're with him.
Of course. And, maybe there's something you can do too, Chio. I'm sure the newspaper club's ace reporter would be a great help in gathering intel.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. Okay, sure. I'll give it my all.
Don't forget about your pal, the school doctor. You ever feel sick or hurt, come pay me a visit.
Thank you, everyone. I'll support you to the best of my ability. I'm counting on all of you to work as a team.
A team? It's almost like we're in a club then. Maybe we should come up with a name.
Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
Well, since Nozomi's part of the group, how about the True Student Council?
What?
That way, you'll get to be president again.
Perfect. Means I can keep calling her Prez. Makes things easier for me.
Dr. Kakeru, would you please shut your mouth?
A fitting name, if you ask me.
Et tu, Miss Sora?
My brother can be the vice president then. It's not like there are any other candidates.
Vice Prez, huh? Easy enough for me. You've got my vote.
You just don't want to bother remembering anyone's names.
It's settled then. You are hereby instated as president and vice president of the TSC. You have my approval as dean.
Seriously?
The current council was taken over by Mr. Hitotsubashi and his entourage. Many students wish you were still in charge. It isn't just Miss Aikawa and me. The other students believe in you as well, Miss Hinata.
Very well. I accept the position. Let's put our best foot forward, Vice President.
Glad to see you're taking to it. Now then, I have other matters to attend to, so I'll be on my way.
Okay then. Seeing as you two are already here, how's about I go ahead and get you checked up? All right, that about covers it. Not much I can do about your amnesia though, Vice Prez. All we can do is hope it's only temporary. Anyway, you're welcome to stop by any time. You got any health issues, I'm your man. You hear?
It's time. The student council meeting is about to start.
Off to the student council room.
So long as you follow my lead, your security is assured.
Is that Kurama's voice? It's coming from the student council room.
We are living in unprecedented times. I speak not only of the barrier around the academy, nor the madness-inducing mist. Homicidal maniacs, epidemics, spontaneous combustion. Further outlandish incidents plague the other buildings. I know you are all concerned about this inscrutable, hopeless situation, but worry not. So long as you remain here, so long as you follow me, Kurama Hitotsubashi, you shall all be safe. This I swear on my life. I ask for your continued support. Heed my words. Let us band together. We will make it out alive.
Hooray for President Hitotsubashi! Hitotsubashi! Hitotsubashi!
They sure are fired up in there. It's kind of scary, actually. Kurama's planning on locking this building down. True, it might be safer in here. But it won't solve anything. It's just ignoring the actual problem. I'm not so sure it's the right call to make. Anyway, why don't we check upstairs before one of his student council lackeys gets in our way?
Good day, Vice President of the True Student Council. Or perhaps nice to meet you would be more appropriate. Sora tells me you've lost your memories. I am Yugo Jingu, the steward of this academy. I oversee the students' daily needs here at the academy. If you encounter any trouble whatsoever, please do not hesitate to let me know. In any case, may fortune smile upon you in battle.
The Jingus have watched over this academy for decades.
So this is kind of strange. Why does a school need a steward if it already has a dean? I mean, the sole purpose of a dean is kind of like the purpose of a steward, to make sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing in the school, to watch over the students, to watch over the teachers, to watch over the laborers who are also in the school as well. Unless the duties of the dean in this scenario is limited to just the students and the faculty themselves, not the grounds themselves. Because the duty of a steward is more than just students and faculty. The duty of a steward is actually the facility, the grounds, financing, everything that has to do with in the zone of a piece of property of land. Kind of like the person that's looking over everything, from the boiler room to the restroom to the building size to the people who are in it. So he's kind of like a property owner more than a dean. So it does make sense, but many schools don't really need a steward.
Though if you ask me, the fact that Miss Sora still looks so young is almost demonic in itself. What's her secret?
I mean, don't get me wrong, they're always property owners of anything, school or anything, but in high school, rarely do you ever see the property owner of a high school. In high school, all you ever see is the dean themselves, never the property owner. So the steward in this game is kind of like the property owner.
What is it?
It's troublesome not being able to leave the academy, isn't it? Though I'm not quite sure I understand why. Nevertheless, please rest assured that our supplies and resources are all accounted for.
You seem kind of pale. Let me take a look at you. You're good to go. Here's some medicine. Take it. Don't push yourself too hard now. I can't do half the stuff I want to anymore with this rickety old body. So bored.
All right. Shall we get started?
Hee hee hee.
Vanitas? I thought you weren't supposed to appear around other students.
It's fine where mist is to be had. The students here have all gone mad. I'll watch from here, but don't feel strained. Just try to keep me entertained. I have to study harder. I have to be #1.
See that person talking to the cleaning supply locker over there?
Hey, Miyu. What'd you get on the English test? It's not fair if I'm the only one who failed again.
She's what we call unsettled. There are others like her running around in the mist. The mist messes with their heads, so there's no way to know how they'll behave. We need to keep going, but be careful, okay?
Good morning. Nice weather today, huh?
Oh, Miyu. You're hopeless on your own. Oh, Miyu. You're hopeless on your own. What would you, What would you ever do without me? Huh? Who are you? What do you want? Wait. Huh? I'm not holding her hand. When did that happen? And what's with this locker? It smells awful. Miyu? Where are you, Miyu? I promised I wouldn't let go!
was supposed to protect you. I'm sorry. I guess that means we can keep going. It's just like Reina said. This locker does smell awful. What is that? Even the ringtone is creeping me out.
A portal to the otherworld, a trace of the abyss. That call is what connects to the ideals, little miss. I fear this abuse is becoming mundane. I can't even muster the words to complain.
Have to pop out of nowhere? If you jump scare me one more time, I'm gonna lose it! The mist... the other world? I've been hanging on by a thread this entire time! And now my cover's totally blown!
Calm down, okay? I'll apologize then. I won't just show up out of nowhere again. After this, my appearances will all be announced, all right? Apology accepted? Well, VP, come keep your companion under control.
Just forget it.
Huh?
You heard me. Pretend you never saw anything. Forget everything that just happened. Please.
Including my promise not to surprise you?
Everything except for that. I've never been good with anything scary. People would call me childish and pathetic. I've been trying to hide that part of me from you. The mist was scary enough with just the two of us. But when Vanitas popped out of nowhere,
I'm astonished you actually asked to attend.
It's not like I want to be here. But I can't let the Vice President put himself in danger all on his own. I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Deranged is as deranged does. We've wandered off topic with that little spiel. As I said, that call connects to an ideal. Get close enough and you'll pick it up too. Just make sure you're fully prepared when you do. And don't forget to keep those eyes dry.
Would you shut up already?
Doesn't really make sense. Doesn't really make sense at all. I mean, why the hell would Vanitas need to apologize? He's kind of a demon. He would be into that stuff. Unless it's all a blind, that's kind of a pathetic kind of demon. Apologizing. Well, I could be as prepared as I possibly can, but I'm not going to. I'm going to head back out and explore a little bit more and wait till the madness get to about, I say about 80, 90%. Maybe I can't even. Can I go on a second floor? No, a third floor. Is there a way to get on the third floor? There's no way to get on the 3rd floor. Alright, so I guess I gotta fight the demon. Actually, I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna go back out, then I'll come back in. And the percentage is much lower. Who knows what's on the other side of that phone call? And how long it will take.
Yo. Prez. Vice Prez. Everything good? What kind of answer is that? Your relationship losing steam already?
What? Do you think every boy and girl who hang out together are dating? I know you're old, Dr. Kakeru, but really?
Get off my back. I'm still in my early 30s.
Are you? Your cluttered desk looks more like a toddler's.
Aw, you flatter me.
That wasn't a compliment. Ugh, if only Dr. Shironeko were here.
Haven't you heard the saying, out of sight, out of mind? Leave things be, and you'll always know where they are.
That's not even how that idiom works. People tidy things up for convenience. Incidentally, Vice President, did you know Dr. Kakeru's wristwatch has a dead battery?
Yep, it's been 11:45 p.m. for the past 10 years. A phone's good enough for telling time these days. People only ever wear watches for fashion now.
What are you so proud of? In what world is a beat-up old watch like yours fashionable? Your slacker attitude makes some people worry about the quality of care here, you know.
Well, that's rude of them. I know how to be in the right place at the right time. When I need to. If something needs doing, I'm gonna do it right. You seem kind of pale. Let me take a look at you. You're good to go. Don't push yourself too hard now.
So that's an ideal? It's beautiful. In a creepy kind of way. I feel like I'm getting cursed just looking at it. Well, the sooner we shatter it, the sooner we can go back.
It's technically the ideal of desire. Add reason and will for a trio entire. If voiding the pact is your goal, they're the key. But it won't be so simple to shatter all three. A monarch would not let their plans go astray. They've fiends of their own to keep you at bay. Monarchs, like humans, have much at stake, in the case their ideals shatter and break.
What do you mean?
Demons subsist off the human ego. That is the way they develop and grow. Ideals give humans the power they need, and demons the ego upon which they feed.
If only I could fight too.
You're already able to. For what do you protest?
Huh?
Imagigears are nothing more than souls made manifest. The will to do so is all that you need, though it isn't so easy as that, I'll concede. Terminal recall. Searching 8 consciousnesses. Analyzing, adapting, linking, decompressing Imagigear. End process.
And deflating. How about that one? Deflating. The whole wordplay thing is good, but it's starting to get tiresome.
My assistance. I'll save the explanations for a more obliging ear. I doubt you'd even grasp the weight of what I'm doing here.
This is my power. The manifestation of my will. Aw, thanks. You're making me blush.
Now enough with all this senseless prattle. Amuse me with your bloodlust in battle.
Let's go, Nozomi.
I'll be your strength.
Here I go.
Here I go.
Tempting.
Get ready. Resonate.
Here I go. Perforate!
I will succeed.
Ow! That hurt!
No mercy. How enticing.
Here I go.
Tempting.
I'm at my limit.
Tempting.
Get ready.
Tempting.
Here I go. Support!
I'll kill you.
No way! Payback!
No mercy.
Get ready!
Tempting.
I'm at my limit.
Tempting.
Here I go. You're open. Assist.
Tempting.
Activate.
Die, you dog. How enticing.
It's not over yet.
Tempting.
I'm at my limit. Enemy down!
I'm with you. Support.
Sorry.
Tempting.
Checkmate. It's not over yet.
How enticing.
Get ready.
By your command.
Get ready. Resonate.
How enticing.
It's not over yet. Heal!
Tempting. Activate.
How enticing.
Get ready. You're open.
You will pay for this.
It's not over yet. Heal!
You will pay for this.
Get ready. You're open.
You will pay for this.
Payback. It's looking rough. You're open.
You will pay for
The world grows empty. Let's go, Nozomi.
I'll be your strength.
Here I go. You're open.
Here I go. Here's through!
I'm with you.
Tempting.
Ta! I'm with you.
Me too!
die, you dog.
Vengeance.
How enticing.
Here I go. Checkmate.
Here I go.
As you wish, my lord. Activate! My lord.
Here I go. Resonate.
Here I go. Enemy down.
Die, you dog!
That hurts.
How enticing!
Get ready. Checkmate.
I have to stay focused.
How enticing!
Get ready.
Here I go.
How enticing!
Here I go. Resonate.
Here I go.
How enticing!
Get ready. Away with you.
Here I go. Perforate.
Got you.
You see nothing!
Payback. It's looking rough. Heal.
I have to stay focused.
nothing yet.
Get ready. No mercy.
I'll back you up.
We made it, Nozomi.
Good job. You were amazing.
Actually, I think I did pretty good, seeing the fact that my third man was supposed to be cannon fodder to begin with. So if I'm getting a D because my third guy died, but that was the whole point of the whole mission, was to have him be the sacrifice and the other two surviving. I don't know what's wrong with this game, but I think it doesn't understand the logic of its own premise. It's trying to keep everyone alive, but based on the amount of points they have that you could have in order to level up characters, there's no way it gives you enough points to level up each character that would be relevant for them to survive, at least for one of them to survive. Because just one hit from one of those enemies killed that summoned character. So either the whole purpose was to keep the summoned character stronger than everyone else, or was to balance everyone off, but there was no way to do so. Unless you made all three of them equal in levels. Which, if that was the purpose, to make the game all three of them balance in levels, then that's kind of corny, because then that means the game is unstable. And it doesn't favor the way you play it. It favors the way that's more logical with regards to a gameplay, rather than what's the best way to solve a problem. So no, I don't do balanced gameplay, so I know I wanted that my summon character to be sacrificed because his level was low, while at the same time buffing my shield maiden. So that's not really a D in my opinion. That's actually a good strategy.
Thank God my power came through there. Now you won't have to fight alone anymore.
It would have been bad if...
Even if that was terrifying beyond belief.
It would have been bad if I couldn't keep my secondary character alive.
Ideals, VP, are a fragile matter. The slightest touch will cause it to shatter.
Yeah, it would have been bad if I couldn't do it. But it doesn't matter to me. I know what the intent of the game was. The game wanted me to play it its way, but I'm not going to do that.
Humans are foolish. They see hope on paths paved with despair. They hear it in words crafted from the same.
I know the game wants me to play it its way, but it's not going to. The whole purpose of me getting a good score will be based solely on making everyone's health or everyone's purpose equal on the battlefield, using making them all go mad to a certain height level, waiting in mission until the enemy comes forward, get them to a certain mad level so they could hit stronger, and make them all focus up, or link to them so they all focus up. But that would bring all the enemies on the battlefield close to each other, which the whole intentions weren't to bring them close to each other within damaging a range, was to make them all separate so they don't bunch up. So I don't know what the hell. I mean, and none of these characters has like crowd control ability for that all enemies are damaged at the same time. So I understand the intentions, but no. Yeah, I would say
walking the road to ruin all the while.
I would say what it wanted you to do was to charge in guns blazing and kill them each individual at a time, rather than do it strategically, or to do it strategically and play it the safe route and go even middle ground. It's like, well, guns blazing is foolish and safe middle ground is boring, so I took the third path. So yeah, I never like games that score you based on your strategy and how you do things. I believe that's a poor example of someone who doesn't understand how the human mind works. Kind of like the same when they're asking you certain questions about what do you believe you are like, you know, would you rat out your friends, you know, would you study for an exam, all this bullshit stuff that like the game is trying to understand you, who you are, and based on the generated outcome of what it believes is most logical, slot rolling, you're leaving the device of the machine to says this is what this is. This it's like this game feels like an 8-ball. You're shaking an 8-ball and then it's giving you the answers based on what makes sense on your decisions rather than what actually are your decisions. So it doesn't know you, so it can only give you an assessment of that. So games like this that do this never really appeal to me. So
changes.
I think
no matter how many times I tell them or how many times they're shown.
I think I'll play this just a little bit more, and in all honesty, I think this is a little bit worse than Honkai Star Rail, because Honkai Star Rail is more interesting and characters are more interesting and story is more interesting, whereas this game is trying to get into your head and try to understand you and the decisions you make and the chess pieces you move, but it's assessing things from a robot playing chess with you, not from a human being talking to another human being. So the logic of this is not my cup of tea. It will always be wrong from the point of view of a human being, because the machine is just giving the answers based on what it thinks makes sense from the point of view of the decisions you made in the game.
Foolish. They are witless, puerile, and rash.
I like thought process games and games that make you think, but when a game becomes kind of full of itself, you kind of started to see the paint slowly peeling off, and I'm starting to get that feeling about this game. It's like it's trying to do something specific with how you make decisions in combat and what's the best choice you should go for and how it assess you based on your performance. But we're not talking about Resident Evil here, when how fast you could get towards the end of the road without getting bitten by zombies, how many kills you could do along the process, and how many combos you did along the process of the kills. We're talking about something that's more evaluating your decision making rather than your action rating, if that makes any sense. So any games that try to evaluate your decision making rather than your action making of your decision making, it's kind of always get me in that mood of, I see what you're doing, but you don't know me as a person. You only know the human beings playing this game as a person, and it's just a game at the end of the day. So certain things really shouldn't be in the game if you're not going to put heavy emphasis on the purpose that they are serving towards the game itself. As in, do you study enough in class, and if your friend did this, what purpose has that serve in combat as I'm going through the combat? Not much really, because all my decisions were based on physically keeping them alive rather than stopping your friend from causing trouble in school, or stopping your friend in combat from making a decision on their own in combat. I had full control over all my characters and making decisions ahead of time, and such as, do I care for my friends or I don't care for my friends, Clearly, I sent that guy to the cannon fodder because I wanted him to die so the other two could survive. So even though I made the decisions that's logical, that I'm more in unity and what makes more sense for loving characters, it's more about beating what's most tactical and winning. So the game is going down the route of most tactical and winning rather than down the route of the decisions you made and you being assessed based on this. So it's that weird type of game that it throws in things that really don't affect its mechanics, but you think it affects its mechanics because you're giving it power to think that it's affecting the mechanics when it really isn't. So, yeah, it feels very blowhardy in that regards, or it makes you, the player, start to feel like you're blowhard, like you're full of garbage, and the game itself knows exactly what it's doing. Like when a game starts to make you feel like you're a blowhard and you should shut up and listen to the game, that's when you start to find yourself removing yourself from the game. A game should be made to be of an interest to you, not to made to fight against you. So that's how I feel with regards to this game. It feels like it's trying to fight against what you're trying to do. I mean, from the point of view of the demons, that makes sense because they're demons. But I'm talking about the entire game itself, not just the demons.
But if my hands can cover their eyes, if my words can drown out their ears, then at the very least, no one would be hurt. I could create a world free of destruction.
Where's that voice coming from? We're not getting haunted, are we?
Don't get yourself all tied up in knots. The ideal relayed you the Pact Bearer's thoughts.
Oh, I see. That's a relief. Not that those thoughts were particularly pleasant either. In any case, we should keep up the pace and shatter the other ideals. And, that means heading back sooner rather than later.
Hey, hope you don't mind me stopping by.
Oh, welcome back! You too, Nozomi. Thanks for looking out for my brother. I feel a lot better knowing you're there for him.
Always happy to help. I'm really not all that special, though. Your brother's the amazing one here.
Here I come.
Huh? Did someone say something?
Behold, little girl! The one you should thank duly is none other than yours truly.
Vanitas? See, this is what happens when you pop out of nowhere. Stop scaring Chio.
Geh? You're the one who's scaring me here. I said I would warn you before I appear.
Oh my goodness. He's adorable. Wow. He's so soft and fluffy. It's like snuggling up with a cloud.
Yeah, this is weird. This thing is clearly a demon. It's one of those anime things. So, I think I'm about to end it pretty soon. Maybe in like 20 or 15 minutes. Is it better than Honkai Star Rail? No, it's not better than Honkai Star Rail. Is the story a little bit better and more smooth than Honkai Star Rail? Yes, it is. Honkai Star Rail is not. However, resonation and contribution and buffing people seem to be a little bit better. Are the characters better than Honkai Star Rail? No, they're not. Is the intro of the game better than Honkai Star Rail? Hell yeah, it's one of the best intros of all times. So I gotta continue to see if this is worth the points that it was given within the PlayStation Store. Honestly, I don't see it. I just don't see it. To me, Honkai Star Rail, even though I didn't really like the intro and the demo of Honkai Star Rail, or not demo, the free-to-play, it seems a little bit better than this.
No fair. You never told me Benitez was this cutesy-wootsy adorable.
Hey now, you're suffocating the poor thing.
A being like me has no need for breath. Lend me your aid from your sister of death.
You should know that the mist on the second floor is all gone. Guessing that's your doing. We were able to rescue all the unsettled who were trapped up there, so thanks for that. Alrighty. Guess it's about time I got back to the infirmary. Just stop on by if you're ever feeling under the weather.
Hey, hey! So... Oh, right. I wanted to mention something. The student council members are acting kinda odd. Well, you're not wrong. But I mean, more than usual. It started just before you and Nozomi came back, I think. It just kept glaring at us. That's around when they started upping their surveillance on everyone, too. I wonder what's going on.
The chaos never ends, does it? Oh, right. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Nozomi Hinata. Thank you for your help in the other world.
Would calling the other worlds, you know that you can, if such a number, you could.
Another thing that seems to be better in Honkai Star Rail is the leveling system. It feels very plain, and I mean it's easy to understand, but it's not as interesting as you would think. It feels very, very plain. Average at best, I would say. Very static. Like this game came out. This field menu system feels like this game was released 10 years ago, like way back in the day. So I understand budget is a main thing with regards to creating games, but it feels very much like something you've seen before in many video games in this format. It's like they didn't bother in order to change the format of, you know, things going up. I see this in Horizon Forbidden West, like it goes up, or I see this in Dead Island, it goes down. You're like, they didn't bother to design their menu system. So I don't know. I think I might end the video here. I'd rather play Visions of Mana. What do I think about Monarch? I think it's average at best. I don't think it's the best part about this game is the animation that is stuck, the anime intro and the anime stories. The story of this game is better than, I would say, Honkai Star Rail and Persona.
Nozomi. You've been on your feet since even
I mean,
before the anomalies.
Persona story, Persona 4 and 5 intro of the story is kind of boring. Like Persona 5 have Joker jump on top of some chandeliers and then captured by the cops, and then cops beat him up. Then he put his name in the list, and that's interesting and everything. But that's the intro of that video. Here, not so much. So I would say, in all honesty, this is less than Persona 5, but a little bit better than Persona 4. And a little bit better than Honkai Star Rail intro. So when it comes to fit these type of anime games, I would say this is good as a social media anime game, but there's something that feels off about it. It feels too static. Yeah, I would still, if you're into a game, I would go Honkai Star Rail, Persona 5, or I'm going to check out Visionaries of Mana probably directly after this and see how that plays out. But the intro video, the intro music video, the starting intro and the name of the game, probably the best I've seen in like years. Probably better than Persona's like intro animated video. Not the intro of the game, the intro animated video. The intro anime of Persona 5 with them skating and showing the characters and all of them in that intro anime. Very colorful, very vibrant. Here, it feels like an actual anime. An anime intro of a badass anime. And then when you start playing the game, it's like, where the hell is the badass went? Like, this is lame in comparison to its anime intro. So, yeah, not for me. I had to get to about a good 2 hours of the game to see if I really like it or not. But not for me. Maybe Visions of Mana is better. But yeah, it's not better than Honkai Star Rail.